Everybody, today I'm going to show you this. Now this is kind of a unique one. It's your typical kind of 4-pin PL lamp. So, what is so special about this? Well, first of all, you can see it's kind of like old. And it's a GE, and it doesn't really look like a GE because GE has these type of tube styles. But this one doesn't, so you have to know. They swapped over to this one later, so that's how you know this one is quite an older one. So as you can see, it says biax T/E. Apparently the T/E series didn't came out in like the 1990s or close to 2000s, so you know it's got to be quite old. But it still says eco, so it's not too old. It's made in Hungary, not China, so you know it's gonna last a while. So here it is 32 watts, if you might have saw on the edge, and this is my first 32 watt CFL light bulb. Now, where in the world did I get this? Well, there's this building that they're remodeling. It was an old healthcare center. It was close by us, so I was like, well, why not go check it out? And then the metal recycling dumpster, all these industrial grade commercial can lights, and they all had 32 watt PLs. A lot of them were smashed and broken, but since they were outside, it was okay. And so I was able to safely retrieve one. So it was laying like this in the can light. So the tube cement failed at the base, breaking at the base instead of the bulb saving the bulb itself. A piece fell down. So saving the bulb itself instead of the bulb breaking, it broke here, so the tube was still intact. And so how did I know that? It could have been broken internally or something cracked. Well, here I brought this, my tester. It just labels tester. This is also a socket from one of those can lights, super brittle, so you know it was kind of an older can light. This is a high voltage converter, converts to like 3 volts from these AA batteries into like very high voltages, basically. I don't know the exact amounts, since apparently there's a lot of not realistic numbers going around with these things, but I just popped it in like this, and we can turn off the lights so we can see it. It is dim since it's just 2 AA's, so I turned on using a little push switch in a 3, 2, 1. So you can see it lit up like this when I got it at the dumpsters. So I was like, oh yes, it still has vacuum. Now I don't want to do this for too long since it's kind of putting stress on the lamp itself. But I was like, yeah! So then I took it home because I knew it had to be good. So you can see, here's a 26 watt one. We can compare the tube sizes. Not too much of a difference. But the most difference that is obvious is how yellow the base is compared to the new one. And how darkened and kind of cooked the phosphors are on the old one compared to this, compared to the new one. So it's very old, so to say. But it was upside down like this in the can light its entire life, so it makes sense that the heat travels up and then it cooks the base, loosening the cement, and then the tube kind of like detaches a bit. I actually seen it with I seen another one of these in a different building, had the same exact issue. And so does this one. It's also a GE. It's loose. Maybe it's just cement, but it's okay. But they crimped the wire so it won't like pop out or anything. So let's go ahead and plop it in our little table lamp. Have the lampshade off. Makes a little nice noise. And then we can go ahead, make sure it's off, and then plug it in. And then we're at 1.3 watts with the USB port and little night light bulb on there, so we'll have to subtract that after, just 1 watt. So safety glasses. Now it is eco, so it is gonna kind of turn on dim, and then I'll have to warm up. So let's go ahead and turn it on in a 3, 2, 1. Nice. So it is very dim at the moment. It's like dim enough that you can like look at it at the moment. And here we got our other tester for 26 watt. This is, oh no, it's not plugged in. Well, we're gonna have to get that plugged in. Okay, we'll pause the video and I'll get it plugged in soon. So we're back. We got the bulb here. And I did turn it off, but it's already started the mercury. The mercury has already started to distribute around the tube. So we're currently at 31 watts and increasing. But remember, that night light, we have to subtract the watt. So it's technically 32 watts and 30 watts and increasing. Now we're at 32, but subtract the watt, it's just 31. Power factor of 0.94 makes sense since it's electronic ballast. And 0.3 amp, so pretty good. Very nice. You see the watts here? Slowly increasing. Might be a bit hard to see. So we'll go ahead and plug in our 26 watt one. There you go. So it also does have to warm up since it's kind of an eco, but right now, if you would let this warm up, it will be pretty much exactly the same brightness as this because it's just so old and the phosphors have degraded so much over the time. It would just warm up to exactly the same brightness as a 26 watt. So yeah, I guess you're wasting like 6 more watts. So that's pretty good. But we all like a lamp, right? So, but here, oh, here's the ballast that got in the bottom of this. It was actually also from those can lights that I got this from. It's an energy savings ballast. Back then, this was top of the line in ballast wise. But you can see, I think the 26 watt is brighter than the 32 watt. I gotta say, it is definitely brighter. But the 26 watt is a newer one, so it makes sense. But we'll set that off to the side, unplug it so you get an accurate reading. Now it's at 35 watts, so it'll be drawing 34 watts, minus the nightlight. But let's go ahead and dim it down. We can start dimming it. I think it's about to cut out. Okay, there we go, bare minimum. So you could see in contrast of the 26 watt one how dim it is. Yeah, it's quite dim at the moment. In contrast of the full brightness one that is brighter than this one. But we can brighten it all the way back up. Dim, bright, dim. Don't get it cut out there. There we go. Right? Very nice. Very nice lamp. And this has probably been going for like the past 20 or so years. I don't know. And with a good ballast, the energy savings ballast that it's been run on and just like being used appropriately in like indoor climate, it's probably lasted about 20 years. So congrats, GE. But now they kind of retired. So I really hope you enjoyed this video of this GE kind of older 32 watt PL lamp with a very wobbly tube with loose cement at the bottom. And thanks for watching. Does give out a nice light though. Pretty good GE quality it is. Can dim it down. Whoop. And then there it goes, it cuts out. And then we can turn it back on. Dim it down. Bright. Dim. Very nice.